Today I'm going to be working on replacing this portion of the leather seat in order to clean up the interior and get rid of this piece that's ripped on the driver's side bolster. So the first step is to reach underneath the center portion here, and then you're gonna unclip this plastic retainer in the back and pull it out towards you. And then just lift up on the top of this, which I already have disconnected, but you're just gonna lift up on it and pull it out. It's held in place by these clips up top. And then the next thing that you'll see is has these metal retaining clips that are attached to these plastic. So you're gonna work these little plastic rods out of those metal retaining clips, and those go up throughout, and then start working on taking off the cover from the bottom of the seat and work your way up. I used the flathead screwdriver to help me pry these plastic rods out of those metal retaining clips there. So just work your way up and around doing that, and then come back down to the bottom of the seat and reach your hand underneath there, and then there's going to be these rods in the back, and the goal with that is to slide them in and around. And that'll help you remove this portion of the seat bottom. So then for this side, gonna reach underneath there, and we're gonna try to slide those towards the inside of the seat. It is a little bit tight. So yep, you're just sliding that out of the piece in the back, and that allows you to loosen up and start removing the cover from the foam. So there's a plastic retainer underneath this plastic piece on the side. All I had to do for that was use some force, loosen this guy up there, and then this piece underneath there, you just want to curl your fingers around it and pull it out and up. That side wasn't as bad. And then just start working this cover up. And when you get to this latch here, which allows you to recline the seat, I just use one of these bars, just try to loosen the lever. And then I'm gonna try to do the same thing with this plastic piece here. So that worked to get this plastic piece out. And then looks like the next thing I'll be removing is this Phillips screw on the back of the seat. The foam was deteriorating a little bit on that driver's side bolster. So what I did was took my time with some duct tape just to ensure that the foam doesn't come apart underneath the bolster to prevent any kind of future wear and tear. And then I have the new cover sitting on the blacktop in the hot midday sun. Hopefully that will help the cover expand and then slip over the top of the seat a little bit easier. I was on to something with the heat and leaving the cover in the hot sun, but it quickly cools off. So what you want to do is make sure you have a really good hair dryer handy. I started up at the top with the seat flip inside out on top of itself, and just really was a little bit forceful with it, tugging it down, kind of putting it back on in the reverse that it came off. Once I got to having to reattach those plastic rods to those metal retaining clips, I had to break out the hair dryer, put a lot of heat on it, and then make sure I was tugging it pretty strong. I was able to use a flathead screwdriver in order to get those clips back in place. So I'm just doing one side at a time, working my way from top to bottom. You probably alternate side to side, but just make sure you work from top to bottom, and heat is going to be your friend. Just about to wrap things up, and when reattaching this backrest here, you can see these plastic clips. They're going to hook on to this bar here. Everything is installed, and I like the way that it turned out. Some final tips would be to definitely leave the seat installed. That'll allow you to manipulate the cover as you need to and be forceful when you have to be, with the seat being held in place. And then definitely have that hair dryer handy, because that was a huge help towards the end when it came time to reattach those plastic rods to the metal clips and make sure everything fit as it should. Everything looks pretty tight. It's not too baggy or anything. More or less it looks like factory finish. I wouldn't mind using some professional products to clean and condition the leather, but I've read a lot of various things online, so I'm not really sure what direction to take that. And that's the passenger seat bottom there. So overall, the interior is coming along. And another project down.